We hebben onze eerste gast vanmiddag in de studio en dat is Rudresh Mahanthappa. Hij is een alt-saxofonist en hij is een van de mensen die carte blanche kregen op het North Sea Jazz Festival 2011. Die andere man, dat was Kyteman en die had ook een carte blanche gekregen. Daar heb je al veel over gehoord, maar nu over Rudresh Mahanthappa. Hij kreeg dus ook de ruimte om iets te gaan doen wat hij helemaal zelf wilde. Hij zit hier tegenover mij. Hello Rudresh, welcome to the show. Sorry, we have to do that again.
Thank you for having me. It's great to be here.
Good to have you here. I was just explaining to the audience that you got a carte blanche on the North Sea Jazz Festival 2011. And my question is, well, when you first got the suggestion that you could have carte blanche, what were your first thoughts that what can I do? Because it's free. You can choose what to do, what you like, don't you?
Essentially, I can choose. Well, I have to say it's a great honor for sure, and I was very surprised that it was offered. It was an unexpected but very welcome surprise. You know, I took the opportunity to feature some of my recent projects that maybe have been more prevalent in the U.S. and not so much in Europe. The two most recent groups of mine are, one is called Apex. It's a collaboration with Bunky Green. Bunky Green is kind of an underground legend in the jazz saxophone world. Very influential musician, but dedicated most of his life to teaching. And a lot of people know him by name, but don't really know how brilliant he is. And he's actually 78 years old. He's almost twice my age. And he's playing like he's 25.
And have you brought him to the festival?
That was the first group that I brought on Friday night.
Friday night, you played with him.
Yeah, we actually were on tour for about a week and a half, and that was our last concert of the tour, and I think it was actually the best concert of the tour. So
that was fun.
That was really great. And then last night I presented my trio called the Indo-Pac Coalition, which is a trio with myself on alto saxophone, of course, and electric guitar and kind of a hybrid sort of percussion setup with tabla and some elements of the Western drum set.
Okay.
And that was really great as well. And then tonight...
what are you going to do tonight?
Well, tonight is very special for me because it's my new electric band called Samdi. And we have an album coming out on Act Records, which is one of the largest European record labels you might know, jazz labels at least. And we have a record coming out in the fall. And we haven't played in Europe so much. We actually haven't played so much, you know. But it's
with this band.
With this band.
Yeah.
And it's a new direction for me to kind of go in the electric direction, you know, electric bass, electric guitar. I'm playing with some effects and doing some laptop programming. And drums. And lately we've been playing more as a quartet, but the original band is a quintet with a South Indian percussionist. And we were actually able to bring him from India for this concert.
Yeah.
So this is kind of the first time that we're playing in the really complete format, really since we recorded, which was almost 3 years ago. So this is going to be fabulous. We actually just had a quick rehearsal this morning, and it sounds great.
You were just referring to India, and your last name suggests that you are from somewhere from Indian descent, Mahanthappa. Does that still shine through in your music, or do you feel connected in a way and say, well, I want to put those Indian roots in there somewhere?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you know, as the two bands I described both have an Indian percussionist. So, you know, I feel like my music kind of is an expression of my identity. I feel very much bicultural. I'm Indian, and I'm American. I'm neither. I'm both, you know. And the music is a direct expression of that. And, you know, you have to understand that I'm probably part of the first major generation of Americans that are children of Indian parents. Yeah. And I feel like we're kind of at the forefront of making a real impact on what it is to be Indian American, truly. So that's always reflected in my music, and more recently I'm actually working with actual Indian instruments. Even when I'm playing just with piano, bass, and drums in a quote-unquote jazz setting, a lot of my composition is very much inspired and based on concepts from Indian music, particularly South Indian music.
Okay. There are some good things happened to you for this year, I was informed. You were crowned Alto Saxophone Player of the Year, and you beat Ornette Coleman and Lee Konitz, amongst others.
I never thought about it as beating them.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, sort of.
That was another unexpected surprise. Yes, the Downbeat International Critics poll. You know, they kind of they have these polls for every category of instrument, and Yeah, I was very surprised to be on top of that poll this year. And, you know, these things are cyclical, you know. Everyone, you know, there are a few people that kind of float at the top of these polls, and one year one person is on top, and another one the other, you know.
Do you take it serious?
I think of it as a great honor. I think, you know, it's one of these things that as you progress in your career, there are these things that you want, these awards that you want, and it seems like you get them when you kind of stop placing so much importance on them. So it's nice, and the recognition is great, and I just hope that all of these things keep me able to continue what I'm doing, and, you know, touring the world and making a nice living playing my own music.
Yeah.